All right, what's up, guys? Today is a chest. Today we're going to be doing arms. Now, we're going to be doing something slightly different than what we usually do. Back when I was doing chest, I didn't realize it, but I had a flu, which is why I was not as strong that day. So it makes sense. And I think my flu was just starting when I was doing the leg day, because I could tell from there that my strength wasn't the best there either. So yeah, and I took the time and looked more into deloading. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna deload this week. Technically it's Sunday, so it would be, yeah, I'm gonna deload for 7 days. I'm counting my flu as a deload day, so my official deload day would be yesterday, because I didn't go to the gym yesterday, since I wanted my body to focus on recovering than rather repairing. The thing that's annoying is that your body is utilizing a lot of the resources to recover. And the problem is that if you work out with intensity, it's simultaneously recovering from bacteria and you want it to repair the muscle. So, and it can't do it as effectively, which is why the best thing you should do is just recover. But we've already done that. I feel a bit better. I don't feel 100% better. I still have like a little bit stuff in my throat. Today we're gonna do about 60% of the weight that we usually do, and I've been doing 3 sets, but we're gonna do 2 sets because I want this to be as a loading the bar sort of moment. I'm not trying to get a really good pump and stuff like that. I'm mostly figuring out how recovered my body is, as in day 1. And then from there, my day 2 could be now to 3 sets, push to 75% of the weight, leaving about 1 to 2 reps in my system. And then on the 3rd day, that's when we go back to normal. That's when we train to failure. So technically we're doing about, let's say, of a 4-day deload. Yeah, we're doing a 4-day deload. Yeah. And so Sunday, Monday, technically that would be on Thursday. That's when we get back to normal. And then on Thursday, we should be seeing my strength to be a lot more higher than before. And that's the point. That's the point about the deload, that it's supposed to make you stronger, and therefore you're able to get more reps into your system, meaning you're able to go to failure even more. So that's what I'm looking forward with this deload. When we're reloading, which is basically on Thursday, or no, that'd be on Wednesday. Wednesday's our reload, and that's when we can really see how much my body's recovered based on how much I can freaking lift and go to failure. So yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're starting off with the 30, since we're going about 60% of what we're doing for the deloading. Just getting the range of motion. Question is progressive overloading. Well, my max weight is usually... Oh. Wait, I made a mistake. No, this isn't... This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. Whatever. Let's just do it. I was supposed to be doing behind the neck. Whatever. And in reality, I was supposed to be doing behind the necks with these, not barbell curls. But whatever. Yeah, I got it mixed up because sometimes I come to the gym and I work on proportions. So I try to get my left bigger than my right. And sometimes I do these so my subconscious mind just tricked me. Let's do behind the necks. Because I always train a failure, and so it's very weird for me to deload right now. Since my mind's like always like more, and I have to tell it to stop. Yeah, I mean this is day one of the deload, so we gotta dial it back. Leave 4 reps out. And no, I don't think progressive overloading right now because that kind of doesn't, that defeats the purpose. So we're trying to do. I'm trying to see how recovered, kind of like a meter, seeing how recovered my body is before the deload. All right, since it's 2 sets of the first day, tomorrow we'll do 3 sets, but right now it's 2 sets. Let's do the superset hammers with side. Yeah, we got a bit of a boring angle right now, just because they always bitch about having tripods here. So you know, because it kind of obstructs what people walk into. Just whatever. That's what it is.
As if some way, he said, just got it on the side with the kids going on the same here, but it's not the same.
You know, even though we're doing like 60% of what we usually do of weight, I can tell you right now, even doing with less weight, the hammer, I can already feel it. And we're doing like 60%. And it's a deload. Same with these. So that goes to show, at least for me, this particular workout on the arm day, it's good for the delt.
No, I asked him and he was like, yeah, he was like, I don't know, maybe. He said he was back home. That's why I looked at it, I was like, it doesn't look like him. But it also could be. It was so much better than Leo and he's smaller. Because Leo yeah, but I like looked at him, I was like, he doesn't look right, but then you ask him, tell Leo that he was with a little girl. It was like, she was probably 14, she's younger than 10.
Good thing my tripod is black. I guess it's harder to be seen. Yeah, with this I'll just focus on the range of motion. It is funny because I had well, do you guys know? I don't want to say it here, but I was not feeling the best yesterday. And right now, maybe it's because of that, because it's like the first day of the deload, but I'm like sweating quite a bit. And I'm doing like 50% of the weight that I usually do. In fact, I'm doing 50% of the max weight that I'm doing. But I'm leaving like 4 reps out of my system to failure. So as long as I'm doing that. You know what the thing is too? That because, I mean, if you're doing arms, it's not like you're doing chest or you're doing legs where you have to lift more weight to compensate. But the fact of lifting lighter and doing 50% less, when you have range of motion, you still feel it. Now, you don't obviously break as much fibers, but that's not what we're trying to do today, because we're trying to load the bar for tomorrow for the next 3 days. That way we give enough time to deload, and then by Thursday we'll start the reload. But I just find it interesting how even lifting lighter weight, I can still, I mean, feel quite a bit. I'll leave you guys on a side angle because I forgot I superset this. We'll just do it here. We're only doing 2 sets, so. So one trick is that if you're sitting on a bench like this, that's very low, and if you're lowering the weight and it touches the floor, just put your heels up, like if you're gonna do a calf raise, because that way you get to get a better range of motion to really stretch the bicep. That way you can kind of hit the bit more the brachialis. Alright, I mean, I'm sticking with the same weight since I do same weight with, I guess, you know, I actually don't know the name of, because what we were just doing is spider crawls. I guess hammer spider crawl. Yeah, I just realized that. So that's one thing. If you're doing like 50% less, even though you get a pump, I think one of the ways to really notice, at least in this case, when you're looking at your muscle, to have like it's a sort of feeling of fatigueness, and also the visually when it's more, it's just like bigger and fuller, then you're getting a bit of hypertrophy, and then of course add on failure. But It's just the thing, because there's some people that lift the way how we're doing today, and they're trying to gain muscle, and that's not what you should be doing. I think you need to do enough to get a good fatigueness. I think it's funny sometimes. Every time I go to this gym, I go to Species a bit more often, but I've been coming here since it's about June, almost July. A good 9 months. And I would say out of that time, everyone in here, I see like 20% of the same people. 80% are new people that I see. And you don't want to be that person. Just like, if you're gonna do something, commit to it. But like, if you're gonna go to the gym and expect to have ridiculous results in fucking 3 months, like, come on, man. It takes years. I mean, if you wanna become an elite bodybuilder, it takes 15 years, more than that. So, but it depends how badly you want it. If you really want something, you'll get it, but you just have to be aware of that. I just find that funny because it happens all the time. Regardless what gym you go to, especially in commercial, you just see new people all the time because, people just can't commit to it, man. But you don't want to be that person. You want to do things for the long term, If you're going to do something for 15 years, you want to make it fun. You want to make it mostly things that you're doing now, you still do it in the long term. I mean, it depends on your goals. All right, I think I'm almost done. You finished? You using it? All right, I'm about to finish up. You can use it. It's fine. Good thing today's a deload because, I mean, if it wasn't a deload, I'd be doing this in Species because I'd be going to failure completely with much heavier weights, and I wouldn't have a problem with recording stuff, but so let's do kickbacks. I'll likely do it without the tripod just because I think it's going to be too close up. Hopefully no one uses that decline. Let me see. So I usually do here 20. So we'll do it with tens. you know, kickbacks, it's kind of the same feeling with contractions when you do spider curls, because despite doing 50% of the weight, they're still pretty good contractions using much less weight. But you know, it's not a good way to gain muscle. I guess I just find it interesting how there's certain workouts for my body, despite doing it with less weight, it's like better. You know, kind of in a way, when you're in a deload, you get to see really what workouts in a way could help you more. Interesting. All right. All right, hopefully I'm on frame there, but since we usually do 71, we're doing half. I'll do 38. Jeez, that's so light. You know, it's funny because I'm used to lifting like heavier weights that I sort of have a mentality similar to like Lee Haney, because I remember he once said that when he did 500-pound squats and he was doing, I don't know, maybe 15 reps or something like that, he would treat it like if he was lifting 1,000,000 pounds. It would create like a reactive response towards his muscle that would create more hypertrophy, while he didn't have to compromise like joints or anything like that. I heard him say that from like in a podcast, which is why he's able to do basic functions and stuff compared to maybe Tom Platz. Tom Platz did 500 pounds of 20 reps. I mean, but he did it every single time. The good thing is that he let his body rest for 2 weeks, so gave enough recovery time. But he has, I forgot what the name is, but the thing is that Tom has now arthritis, and he has different things too. But all right, I think we're done. So this was the first day of the deload. We're doing 50 to 60% of the weight. Tomorrow I'm gonna increase the set to 3, and tomorrow we're doing back. But I'm gonna be doing 75 to 80% of the weight. I'm not gonna do it in this gym because they always bitch about having tripods. So I'll do it in Species. And yeah, Tuesday is my rest day, so that is gonna be interesting. But Wednesday we're going back to normal, and Wednesday's the day that we should see more strength. But anyways, I'm gonna do calves. Yeah, we'll pose down, and afterwards we'll go to the car. All right, so we'll do a bit of posing here, since I found out not long ago that this has pretty good lighting. So this is first day of deload, and I haven't eaten well in the past 2 days because I haven't had much of an appetite. Let's do his arms. All right. Let's go to the door. Yeah, not bad for not eating well for the past 2 days, because I had a flu since chest day, and that was back on Friday. So I couldn't really train well that day, and you guys could tell because I wasn't able to lift the same amount of weight as I usually do, and I felt a bit more tired. I felt some shit on my throat, so that wasn't helping. But it's been 2 days so far since that day. I do feel a bit better. I have a slight thing in my throat, and also when I was training, even though I was lifting like 50-60% of the weight that I usually do, max weight, I was sweating a bit. Yeah, I was sweating. But I did not go to filler. Like I can kind of tell when there's like 4 to 5 reps that I could do. And the thing is that obviously if you're doing lighter weight, you can't, I mean, you can do the same amount of reps, but I had to probably do more, because by that point, like, I had to do more to feel just a bit more of a pump. So like when I had enough, like let's say 5 to 6 reps that I could do, I would just stop. So yeah, tomorrow is back. That's the plan. But yeah, we'll see. I've never done this before. This is my first time deloading, and I honestly got it more from my sister, because I've been reading this book called The Maslow Strength Pyramid with Training. So, and supposedly this is something that a lot of competitors do when they're about to go into a competition. So yeah, I'm just trying it out, especially because I have 2 months left until we cut. I want to make sure that these 2 months I'm able to increase enough weight, both strength-wise and also physically, in order to gain as much muscle mass as possible. So my goal until August is to gain as much mass as possible. Biceps, chest, lats. That's what we're gonna do in the next 2 months. We're gonna eat like crazy, we're gonna train like crazy, and we're gonna sleep. But this week it gives enough time, like a deload, that way that the next, let's say on Tuesday, Wednesday, we're now increasing our weight by 10 pounds, and we're reaching failure beyond. So yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm pretty excited because with this, we'll likely get to 9.5 inches on chest, because that's our goal, and then on 15, let's say 15 and 15.5 on biceps. One thing that we gotta increase is our fucking legs. I've been trying hard on doing that. I was thinking, but I have to research it more. There is a possibility that after, when we get into the reload, I'm gonna switch into going into Tom Platz training, because I feel that despite I'm increasing in weight, now there could be a reason. I don't have a spotter, so I physically cannot go to failure as much on squats with heavy weight, because if I do very heavy weight, my knees start to wobble, and I don't want to have bad form. Therefore, I can't go up. It's different when I have good form and I can't go up. I just go up regardless if I have good form, so I don't have to worry about myself fucking up. But if I have a spotter, it's easier to get good form. So yeah, but I think the Tom Platz would help because it gives a lot of stretch to the muscle to grow. And I'm not going to do it with super light weights, just like moderate weights, but doing a ton of reps. That is more common of a cutting phase, but I do want to try it out. I'm going to research it. That's what we're going to do, but yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.